Hello, welcome to Dave TV for this Saturday, the 25th of May, 2013. How y'all doing, everybody? Yesterday we got a source who told us somebody special is going to be on Channel 4's news at the end of the 6 o'clock hour. It was going to be Bob Ryan. You know, Bob Ryan worked at Channel 4 from 1980 to 2010, that's 30 big years, and then he moved over to Channel 7, and then he just did his last Channel 7 broadcast on Wednesday. So give it a day, then Friday, he decides to go stop by, surprise visit the Channel 4 news set. So anyhow, here's Jim Vance's tribute to Bob Ryan.
Starting at 8/7 Central, you must see Monday.
Here we go. Where's the volume? There we go.
You're watching News 4 at 6.
All of us, in one way or another, are blessed. Those blessings come in many different forms, and one such for me is that for more than 40 years, I have enjoyed the company of the people with whom I work. For 30 years, one of the people I look forward to seeing every day was Bob Ryan. I'm not kidding. Even on a bad day, Bob's passion for his work was inspiring. I don't know too many people who love their job as Bob Ryan did. Most of you who've been around a while have come to know Bob as dedicated, dependable, and delightful, and he certainly is all those things, but so much more. And now that Bob is stepping away from the camera, let me tell you how much more, some of it probably to his embarrassment, but I don't care. Bob Ryan is among the best friends any man on earth could ever have. 27 years ago, when a cocaine addiction almost killed me, Bob Ryan not only never judged me, he was as supportive and helpful as any man could be. Years ago, when my wife was laid up after breaking her back, Bob and his wife, Olga, invited me and my son to their house for Thanksgiving dinner. Really not so much to feed us as to see to it that we took a meal back home to Kathy. Bob Ryan is the most loving, generous man you'll ever want to know. But he's also crazy. Did you know that? One day years ago, in the middle of a snowstorm, he comes in my office and says, "Let's go sledding." So we did. We found some sled somewhere, went over to Battery Kimball Park, and carried on like two not-so-little kids. We had a ball. He's also the consummate professional. One day I was feeling a little goofy, so while he was in the middle of his forecast, I went over right next to the camera and mooned him. Bob never missed a beat, chuckled a little bit, then said straight into the camera, "And somewhere tonight a dark moon will be rising in full." We died laughing. Some of you think of Bob as formal and uptight and all of that. Let me disabuse you of that. Bob Ryan can get down. Bob Ryan can boogie. Do not mess with him on a dance floor because he will embarrass you. Speaking of embarrassing, he is the easiest person on earth to make blush. For years, Doreen would say stuff just to watch Bob's face turn as red as his hair, which, by the way, is all his. That ain't no rug. A couple of years ago, Bob went over to Channel 7, from which he is retired now. But for 30 years, Bob was one of us. He was ours. And often, if there were a few seconds left at the end of the broadcast, we would ask Bob to come on and give us a final update on the weather. And so today, we're asking Bob one more time, give us a final update, bro.
Thank you so much.
That's all right.
My goodness.
You're blushing, Bob.
I am. But one thing you forgot to mention about the sledding.
What's that?
You did not take the rust off the runners of your sled.
And did it on my face.
Vance and I went down the hill. Your sled stopped, and you went down the hill.
Right into the
See,
snow.
I remember
that.
these things.
Right.
And I want to thank you. It's just been so much fun. The years here in Washington, and especially the years here, and the years across. And I did, move over to Digital Bob.
Mm-hmm.
And I must say, I got a tweet from Doreen saying how she was looking forward to having an old friend cop by. She does not tweet, "I'm looking forward to my old co-anchor appearing with me."
Well, because you are an old friend, and we've been in touch even though we haven't been working together for a while.
And people that see us and hear, and the good folks over at Channel 7. One last time, sunny weekend, delightful days coming up. More sunshine.
On the next Access Hollywood.
All right, folks, that's Bob Ryan visiting Channel 4. Now, you notice there at the very end there, Jim is tipping Bob off that the time is getting light there. The time is ending. He says 30. Here's that. He goes 30 because he's telling Bob we only have half a minute left. And Bob starts going into the remembrances stuff. And then you can see Jim going 5, 4, 3, 2. Because he's like they'd have the master control just cutting them off at a certain time. And of course they clip the very end of Bob's return appearance. But anyhow, that was nice. I thought that was all very classy and hey, what do you know? What are you gonna do? You got Jim Vance, you got Gordon Peterson, the two deans of Washington television news. They're still on the air, and who knows what's gonna happen. We hear lots of rumblings that retirement someday. I mean, how much longer can Jim Vance keep going on there? He's at the top of his game still. Channel 4 is still at the top of the TV ratings in terms of news, and everybody loves Channel 4 News now. The bigger question is Gordon Peterson over there at Channel 7. Gordon was at Channel 9 for many years, went over to 7. I forget when that was, 5 years ago. I don't know. I could Google it. Oh, wait, look.
Small businesses are the backbone of our economy, but they're being overtaxed.
Yeah, Ken Cuccinelli.
Closing tax loopholes and putting in giveaways.
Look at all the subliminal text in that message. Lots of subliminal texts in that message.
The powerful and well-connected
No minorities.
As governor,
No blacks.
I'll be on your side.
He's a white guy, and he's going to be the white guy. I don't know. A lot of creepy subliminal text there in that Cuccinelli ad. I don't know, man. What are you going to do about that? Oh, getting back to Gordon Peterson. Yes. So what's Gordon going to do when the All Britain station gets sold? There is he going to go to work for ABC or Sinclair or whoever buys the station? I think Jim's going to be around on the air for the foreseeable future. Not so sure about Gordon. We might be seeing Gordon's retirement toward the end of 2013. I don't know. Or maybe Gordon will go to 4 and we can have Jim and Gordon over. Maybe Bob Ryan will go to 9. Who knows? Bob Ryan, he looks pretty young. He could still, he's 70 years old. He looks pretty darn young. He could go to another station. I don't know. Maybe Channel 50 will start a newscast. Maybe ABC will buy Channel 50 and put the ABC 3. May call it ABC 3 for its cable positions, and they could put Bob Ryan on there. I don't know. Anyhow. But it was nice to see Bob Ryan stopping by his old haunt there. It would be nice if they didn't cut him off right at the end like that, But at Channel 4, their master control is somewhere out of like Atlanta or someplace, isn't it? I don't know. It's done somewhere. The NBC stations do their master control out of another market and all that. But anyhow, somebody emails me this morning and says, "Hey, Dave, what happened over at Channel 9? The weather radar isn't on there anymore." But look, I mean, this is this morning, and there's the weather radar. So I don't know. The other day we had some thunderstorms in the area, and I love turning on Channel 9's digital Doppler, whatever they call it, 9000. I'll tell you, I do miss the weather radar that Channel 7 had. They used to have the Doug Hills Weather Now, and then it became Weather Now. That was a good channel, and I do like MeTV. Don't get me wrong. I like the old reruns on that, but I do miss the public service that Channel 7 did with that 24/7 weather channel too. I think we needed more than one. There's often times when one channel was showing something and you could flip to the local weather, the radar on the other, and I liked having both of those. And I think it's I think we need more of those. I hope Channel 9 doesn't get rid of theirs, because that's the only live local radar we have that's easily available on your TV dial like that. So somebody tells me too that Channel 20 is going to be starting up a new movies sub-channel coming up next week. I think it's called something like Movies or something. If you know more about it, let me know. I don't know. I presume the local cable companies will carry that. If not, you can probably pick it up on Channel 20.3 or something, right? Channel 20.2 is that, or isn't that Mundo Fox thing? Mundo Fox, which we do get here on Comcast. I think it's on 264. So they added Mundo Fox. I think we'll probably get the new movie channel from Jim. But again, it's got to be one of those digital sub channels that's probably going to have a hell of a lot of commercials. They do run some good TV, good old movies on like This TV, which Channel 50 runs. But again, they have a lot of ads in them. That's why I like TCM, Turner Classic Movies. All right, folks, tip of the old camo cap, which I don't have on at the moment, to Bob Ryan. And do help support DCR TV. Again, we're in our spring fundraiser. Click on that support linky dinky on the top of DCR TV and send us a few bucks, PayPal or via a check. Or wrap your cash nice and neatly in your envelope and mail it that way too. We'll take that. Thanks for watching Dave TV for Saturday the 25th of May, 2013. Book 'em, Dano.